Alrighty. Well, happy Friday, happy hour Friday, everybody. It's Erin Talia, creator of the Resilient Mind Method, here to bring you some weekend relaxation before we start with all of our celebrations. It's always a great choice to use just some active movement today to bring yourself down from whatever the week may have been. Definitely maybe a healthier choice than going right out to the bar right away, but it's also mean I definitely go right out to the bar sometimes. So either way, but just wanted to briefly let you know I am in Florida, so I'm sending you some warm sunshine. It's about 96 degrees outside today for all of my friends out in the cold. Definitely bringing you some sunshine warmth, but it is also raining today. So if we do get cut off, I will be posting the full video again on my YouTube, which you can always visit. It's I think Erin Dalia is the channel right now, so you can look that up. Working on all those changes and future equipment arriving. So definitely stay tuned tomorrow at noon for our weekend guided meditation to kind of center and balance that even when we are celebrating, we still have opportunity and choice. And so it's always good to be as highly aware and conscious of everything going on around you and within you so that you can make the decisions that best honor each other and yourself. So with that said, today I'm going to double check the computer to actually make sure this is working, because I just love all of my followers and you know you love it. Okay, cool, it's working. Yay, I love it when it works. Cool. Oh, I love watching myself. This is fun. Okay, I know, a little bit geeky, but still, I'll have to do it. Okay. There we go. This way I can't listen to myself. But anyway, so we're going to do a little bit of a faster paced yoga today. Still breath centered, still using our energy to create healing and movement, but definitely taking the time to just be present within the self, because that's where we really heal and that's where we have the greatest ability to make change, because that is the only environment for which we actually have real choice over, and not our external environments. So with that said, let's come to a comfortable seated position on our mats today. Now, if you can't sit like this, it's totally understandable. If you need to sit in any which way is most comfortable for you with any of your bolsters or any of your tools. If you need a strap, or if you don't have a strap, you can use a saran wrap, a belt, you can use an extension cord. I've used this. I've even used my computer plug. So whatever might make it easier for you. If you need any elevation support, getting either blocks and or soup cans, tomato cans, those work really well too. So make sure you have all those things gathered as you go today, and feel free to shift up the positions as best you can. So in our comfortable seated position, let's set our intention for our practice. So coming into just a comfortable seated position, making sure that your sits bones are square on whatever surface you are needing them to be, pressing into them, rising up through the sternum, rising up through the crown of the head, relaxing the shoulders, bringing the hands to a comfortable position, either on the legs or in the lap, whatever is best for you. And just start to breathe in and out through the nose. And as you continue to breathe in and out through your nose, come into contact with the sensations of your breathing. And for all of you who might not know what that is as you breathe in through the nose and slowly and deeply do so, notice that the nostrils become a little bit cooler, the back of the throat becomes a little bit dry, and how your lungs rise as they expand to bring fresh air into the area. And as you begin to exhale and release things that no longer honor you, notice how the lungs and chest collapse, the shoulders might roll a little bit, how the back of the throat becomes moist, and how the opening of the nostrils becomes warm. Now, as you slowly breathe in and out, or at your own rhythm, take a few breaths to really come into contact with as many of these sensations as you can. These sensations of breath, no matter where you are or what you're doing or what environment you're in, will always bring you into the present moment, where you cannot breathe in the past and you cannot breathe in the future. So a simple reminder is that every time you breathe, not only are you giving yourself the gift of life, but you're also removing things that no longer honor you. So no matter what your challenges might be in today's practice or in the next few hours or days or weeks or months, know that you can always become centered in who you truly are and use that as the light to make the next decision. And as you continue to breathe, slowly open your eyes as we prepare for our happy hour practice today. So we're going to come up to a seated position, or standing position, sorry. I can speak, it's Friday, I promise. And we're going to start with our warm-up breath. 3-part inhalation, 1 part forceful exhalation as we are standing up in a coordination with arm movement. So go ahead and bring our feet hip-width apart. Again, for anybody who might ask, that is when we take our hands, we put them in between our feet. We make sure our feet are parallel to one another, facing the forward of if you're facing me on the screen or wherever that may be. And that is when our femurs are centered in our hips. So dropping the tailbone a little bit, rising up through the sternum, rising up through the crown of the head, and just relaxing the shoulders, taking a moment to just integrate this position of posture. Feel what it is to just stand still, which for a lot of us this week might be very challenging, whether you've been at work or at home or working from home, wherever that may be. And as we breathe in today, we're going to be breathing 3 parts in through the nose and 1 part forcefully out through the mouth. It's going to look a little bit like 1/3 this way, up, 1/3 out, 1/3 up again. And we're going to forcefully exhale, bending the knees, swinging back and coming back up again. On the last breath, which I'll announce, we'll be slowly rising up and just sinking into sensations in the moment that just allow you to be a little bit more present and practice that removing yourself and unplugging from all of the attributes of your week or day or a few hours, whatever it may be, and just being present, just saying, hey, everything can go take a break over there for a little bit. I'm going to be present right here for right now, and I'm good with that. So as we sink into all of that, as we begin, breathing up, out, up, and down, up, out, up, and down. Breathing up, out, and down. Breathing up, out, and down. Last breath, out, and down. And slowly rise up and close your eyes as soon as it becomes available. And sink into whatever sensations or feelings might be happening right now. Are you getting tingles, a little bit of lightheaded? Are you hot? Are you cold? Whatever it may be in the moment, just allow it to be. And know that it will have passed in just a few more breaths. And when you're ready, you may open up your eyes. We'll go for 1 more round of breathing, and then we will get into our practice today. As we begin, breathing up, and down. Up, and down. Up, and down. Breathing up, and down. Last one, out, and down. Slowly rise up. Close your eyes. Being present in those sensations. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. We're going to work on some sun salutations for our practice today, and then we're going to do some floor work for our legs. So coming to the front of the mat, we're going to bring our feet together as best we can. So go ahead, now if your feet don't touch all the way, your heels don't touch all the way, your legs don't touch all the way, whatever's good for you. There's no perfection in yoga. So as we press into the feet, rise up through the sternum, rise up through the crown of the head. We're going to inhale the hands together into prayer position. Inhale the hands up over the head, gazing at the palms, dropping the tailbone, tightening through the buttocks and inner thighs. And we're going to exhale, press the hips forward and come into a slight back bend, warming up that spine today. As we exhale, we're going to bring the hands forward and down, coming into a forward fold, putting your thumbs next to little toes if it's available. If you're not too flexible quite yet today, go ahead and put your hands on your shins, whatever you need. And when you're ready, take a nice big inhalation. You can walk, step, or hop back into a plank position, making sure that the wrists and elbows are in alignment with each other, actively pressing back through the heels, forward through the head, tightening through the abdomen, the glutes, and the quads. Breathing. If you need to come down into a knee down plank, please feel free to do so. Whatever is available to you in today's practice. As we exhale, we're going to come down, chaturanga, pushing into a full upward dog. Now, if you can't come all the way up, shoulders away from the ears, I don't want to see any of this, people. You can always come down into something like this, whatever is in your practice. Let it be there for you. And as we exhale, we're going to come down, press into the palms, rise up over the toes, into downward facing dog. If this is your first downward dog of the day, we'll make sure that we're actively gripping our fingers into the mat to ensure we're taking all that pressure off the wrists. As we rise up through the back, out through those hip creases as the heels come closer to the ground. You can jog your legs out if you need to. Bring that movement, get all that energy and oxygen flowing. And come back to a steady pace whenever you're ready. And on the next inhale, we're going to step the right foot forward back into a lunge position. Keeping that left heel off the ground, pressing out through the left heel, rising forward through the sternum, looking ahead. Enjoying that nice opening in the hip flexors. On the next inhale, bringing the left foot forward, back into a forward fold. And inhale the hands together, start to bring them up through the center of the body, up through and overhead, dropping the tailbone, firming through the buttocks, pressing the hips forward into a slight back bend. Exhaling, bringing the body forward, back into a forward fold. As you inhale, you can step, hop, or jump back into a plank position. Shoulders and wrists are in alignment with each other. As we exhale, coming down, chaturanga, up into upward dog. On the next exhale, coming down, pressing up, rolling over the toes into downward dog. On the next inhale, bringing the left foot forward, this time into a lunge. Opening up that other hip flexor. Pressing out through that rear heel, press forward through the sternum and look up. On the next inhale, push off the right foot, coming back into a forward fold. Relaxing that head. Inhale the hands together as you start to rise up through the center of the body, hands up overhead into a slight back bend and forward and down as you begin to exhale. Coming back into a forward fold. On the next inhale, you can step walk or hop back into a plank position. And as you exhale, chaturanga, coming up into upward dog. Exhale, pushing up into downward facing dog. And now we're going to switch it up a little bit today. We're going to start with the right leg, bringing it up. Toes facing down, hips are square, so don't open up like this. Stay nice and square for me. Just enjoying that, equally pressing into both of your palms as the left heel comes further down. Now you can go ahead and stack those hips, bend the knee, and open up that side of the body. Using that breath, stay centered. Go ahead and straighten that leg, coming back down to a three-legged dog, foot facing down, hips are square. We're going to then bring the right knee to the right elbow. So leaning forward, inhale, exhale, hold. Inhale, bring the foot back, toes pointed down. We're going to bring the right knee to the left elbow, exhaling, bringing the knee to the left elbow, hold. Bringing the foot back up into three-legged dog. Bringing the knee in towards the forehead. Exhale. Hold. Inhale, bringing it back out. We're going to inhale, bringing the right foot in between the feet. Bringing the right foot in between the palms into a lunge. We're going to slowly inhale the hands up into temple position above the head, into warrior one. Or you can do temple or leave your hands separated, whatever is best for you. We're going to go ahead and bring the arms back down. Bring the right foot back into plank. And you can chaturanga into upward dog. Exhale, pressing up into downward dog. Clarifying that position, making sure you're coming up through those hip creases. You don't want to see any of this or this. It's up through your hip creases. And this time we're going to inhale the left foot up into the three-legged dog. So again, our hips are square, feet pointing face down. Breathing. Enjoying the opening in the right leg. Then we're going to go ahead and stack those hips and open up the left side of the body. Bringing the leg back down to three-legged dog, foot down. You're going to inhale the left knee exhale the left knee to the left elbow. Hold. Inhale, back into three-legged dog. We're going to exhale the left knee into the right elbow. Hold. Inhale back. Inhale the knee to the forehead. Coming back into three-legged dog. Inhaling the foot between the hands into a lunge position. You can go ahead and either keep your foot back like this or turn it in, whatever's best for you, and rise up into warrior one. Actively pressing back into that outer part of the back foot, forward into the floor. Go ahead and take a look. Make sure that your knee and ankle here are in alignment with each other. We don't want to be this way. We don't want to be that way. You're just nice in the middle. And to release, you're going to bring the arms down. Bring the left foot back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, pushing up into upward dog. Pressing back into downward dog. We're going to come down onto our knees and into child's pose. So for this child's pose, we are going to bring our sits bones down onto our heels. We're going to leave our hands palms facing down in front of us as we bring the forehead down onto the mat. Opening up the shoulders. If you need more of a stretch, if you're very flexible, you can come up onto your fingertips as you press the shoulders down into the mat and feel that opening. Take a few breaths here to release and enjoy the moment of breath. And when you're ready, you're going to slowly rise up into a seating position or seated position as we prepare for our next round of floor stretches. Today we're going to open up the hips a little bit. So I'm going to come to face you, but you can face me or the front of your mat. Whew, talking and doing yoga at the same time is definitely a challenge. So to start with today, we're going to actually bring our feet forward in front of us. And then we're going to slowly open them up to the sides. Now, if you're like me and you have tight hips, your hips don't go very far. If your hips do go very far, whatever it may be, you definitely want to push forward a little bit to make sure our sits bones, so if you have to remove that flesh, are squarely on the floor. This way our spine can come up straight. So with that said, we're going to engage our toes back towards the body. So as you can see, I'm engaging my legs. And we're going to slowly inhale the arms up overhead, palms facing one another, arms alongside the ear or slightly back. Inhaling, and as we exhale, we're going to bend forward until you reach that edge where you can no longer bend anymore. I don't want to see this. Nice straight spine. And then just let your hands fall to wherever that may be. Allowing yourself to just be present, keeping those toes active, and slowly release the head. To release, inhale the arms up, head up, coming up to the top. And as you inhale and exhale, we're going to come over to the left side, the left hand going on the inside of the leg, and the right arm coming up and over. Now, not over in front of you, but up and over the head. So press that right shoulder back, engaging those toes, and breathe. To release, inhale, arms back up, and we're going to go over to the right side. So right hand on the inside of the leg, left arm coming up and over. Breathe. Breathing up, both arms up. Reaching up towards the sky as we exhale, bringing the torso forward again. When you reach that edge, which might be deeper this time, go ahead and just let those hands fall. Keeping those eyes open. Be present here with me. To release, inhale the hands up, arm up. Do one more rotation. We're going to go over to the left arm in the inside, right arm over the side of the body. Pressing that right shoulder back, you can feel a difference in the stretch alongside the back, in your latissimus dorsi, all the smaller muscles of the lower back. Inhale the body up and over to the right side. Pressing that left shoulder back, keep engaging those toes. Coming on up, arms up overhead. We're going to exhale the arms down. We're going to use your hands to release the legs. Go ahead and wiggle that out if you need to, especially if you're like me and you're a little bit tight. And we're going to bring our feet together, palms in like that. We're going to take our hands, put them on the insteps of our feet, bringing our elbows into the knees, straight upper spine. So starting by first pressing into the sits bones, rising up through the crown. And as we bend forward, almost like we're bringing our sternum to our toes, using the elbows to press into the knees and use your hands to almost peel the feet open. And breathe. To release, go ahead and come up. You can use your hands to wiggle your knees if you need to, or your legs. You know what I meant. Alrighty, and then we're going to do a camel pose to kind of open up that front of the body. So if you have something for your knees, go ahead and bring it. If not, go ahead and fold your mat over a few times. Nice thick fold so that your knee can be square on the squishy part, no folds. So making sure that our mat has been folded over, we're gonna make sure our knees are on the squishy part of the mat with no folds underneath, making sure they're hip width apart. We're gonna take our palms pointed down, putting it in the squishy part of the back. As we press into the knees, we're going to press the elbows closer together, open up the chest. As we inhale and exhale, press the hips forward, coming into a back bend. Keeping the head in line with the spine. I don't want to see you drop it like this. Keep it nice and straight, opening up. Now this is the first half of the posture. If you'd like to go further, you can go ahead and take your right hand and then left hand and put it on your heels. Now I need to pop up my toes to do that, but it's all good. So making sure that we're first pressing in the knees, then forward through the hips, then back. And now you can relax your head. Keeping your eyes open, breathe. To release, first inhale the head up, then the arms up, then the body up. And we're gonna come down and go directly into a child's pose. This time putting the head on the mat. We're gonna put the arms alongside the body, palms facing up, breathing in. And taking the moment to just be present with your breath. When you're ready, you slowly inhale up, putting your hands in your lap, eyes closed for the minute, and just enjoy all the subtle sensations that are present as blood and oxygen rush back into the body. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And we are going to do some lying down postures. So go ahead and swing your legs over to the side. You're going to bring your feet flat on the mat. You can go ahead and wiggle up if you need to be in the middle of your mat. We're going to inhale the arms up, palms facing down. And we're going to start by just coming back a little bit. We're going to come up onto the toes of our feet. A little bit of a core exercise first. And if this is as far as you can go while breathing, go ahead. If you can bring your legs up into a tabletop. Or if you're really advanced, you can go ahead and bring your hands or your feet up straight. It's just so we understand, like talking and doing this is very challenging. So I'm going to come back down. Go ahead and breathe. Holding. When you're ready, you can bring your feet down, arms down, release. You can come into a split legs seating stance if you need to, butterfly it out. Rock side to side. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and bring your feet back flat on the mat, arms up, palms facing down. And when you're ready, you can slowly roll down onto your back. Feels so good. I always love this part of the practice. We're going to start with the bridge pose. So go ahead and bring your heels as close to your glutes as you can. We're going to start by pressing into the feet and lifting the pelvis up part of the way as we interlace our hands behind our back, if that's available to you. And then go ahead and then roll from one side to the other as you roll your shoulders underneath your back, pressing the arms into the mat. You can slowly inhale, press forward and up through the hips, relaxing the neck and the head, and breathe. Now this is the first part of a bridge posture. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and inhale up the right foot as you continue to press up through the hips, down through the arms. To release, inhale the leg down. Woo. And then of course we're going to do the other side. So we're going to inhale the left leg up. Pressing into those hips up, relaxing the neck and head. And inhale the left foot down. You're going to release the hands and slowly come down onto the mat. Press that lower back into the mat. Go ahead and inhale the knees up into the chest. And grab your elbows, wrapping your arms around your thighs. And if you need to rock side to side, go ahead and do so. Bring some movement into that lower back, a little bit of massaging. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring the feet back down onto the mat. We're going to do a laying down spinal twist. So you're going to bring your arms out to either a T position or a cactus position on either side of you. And we're going to press the feet into the mat, lift the hips up slightly, shift them over the right 6 inches, and straighten the left leg. We're going to take the right foot and put it on top of the left thigh. We're going to take the left hand on top of the right knee. We're going to gaze over our right shoulder. And as we inhale and exhale, we're going to use the left hand to guide the knee over the body, letting the hip come up. Keeping your right shoulder on the mat as we inhale and exhale, pressing the hip, this part right here, down. And so instead of trying to go all the way over, press down a little bit as you press the shoulder into the floor. And notice how that changes the stretch, energizes the spine, releases that lower back even more. And as we inhale again, bringing the leg back over the body, we're going to bring both feet back onto the mat, pressing the feet into the mat, settling the hips so that your body is straight again. Pressing into the feet, raising the hips, sliding it over 6 inches to the left this time, and we're straightening the right leg. Bringing the left foot on top of the right leg, taking the right hand on top of the left knee, looking out over the left shoulder. Inhale, and as you exhale, turn the knee over the body, closer to the ground, keeping the left shoulder on the mat. And as we exhale, pressing the hip towards your feet, opening up that spine and lower back. To release, inhale the leg back over, bringing both feet into the ground, pressing the feet in the mat, straightening the body, and coming into a Shavasana. If there's any other postures that you need to practice for the day, please feel free to do so. But as you continue on for this evening, take a few moments to lie here, hands facing up, eyes closed, and allowing all the sensations and all the movement and all the energy from your week and your day and everything that's been happening to just wash out of you as your breath keeps you present here in this moment with your body. Taking the time to just be. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and bring movement into the body as you roll over onto the right side into a fetal position, using your breath to stay present. And when you're ready, you can slowly push up into a comfortable seated meditative position, making sure that your eyes are closed. And just be present. And as we bring our hands into a prayer position before the heart, I hope that you have a beautiful weekend. I hope that all of your challenges this week helped you evolve in the process of being more who you are and less of who you think you need to be. I am Erin Delia. Thank you for letting me be your teacher today. Jai Bhagwan, my friends, and namaste.